Good afternoon, all. Yesterday we had completed the extra embryonic membranes. At last we had discussed with allantois. There is a no function of allantois in human being. Now let me continue with placenta. See, we are now focusing on the main points of need. So you have to remember that in mammals, all the mammals are viviparous, but only one mammal, that is platypus. Again, all the mammals are viviparous, but only one animal is oviparous, that is platypus. So it is belonging to prototherians. So placenta is found in all viviparous animals except the subclass known as Prototheria. And Prototheria animals are oviparous animals. So remember that again, platypus એને બતક જ કહેવાય. It is oviparous. Placenta is temporary endocrine structure. Placenta secretes the very important hormones: human chorionic gonadotropin, human chorionic somatomamotropin, later on I will tell you, human placental lactogens. So all these hormones are very useful during the embryo development. So placenta acts as a temporary endocrine gland up to parturition only. Yesterday we had discussed with that that some specific cells of the chorion consist absorption characteristic, and this portion is known as chorionic villi. Then gradually villi disintegrates and that portion is now converted into the placenta. So the part of the chorion which is helpful for the formation of the placenta is known as chorionic frondosum. You know that after implantation, the part of the uterus, part of the endometrium is known as decidua. So, deciduate placenta, it is true placenta. Why? Because at the time of the delivery of the child, it degrades and ruptures, and due to that rupture, during delivery excess bleeding occurs. Extensive bleeding occurs during the delivery, fine. So deciduate or true placenta or interstitial placenta and monodiscoidal placenta, this type of the placenta common in human being. So you have to remember this thing. From the placenta, the hormones are secreted, you know that. Human chorionic gonadotropin HCG test, and you know that the most abundant amount of HCG is present in the pregnant lady urine, and this HCG presence in the urine of pregnant lady, this indicates that pregnancy is there. Okay, and along with that one hormone is also there known as HCS, human chorionic somatomamotropin. Human placental somatomamotropin or human chorionic somatomamotropin. So now you understand that from chorionic cells placenta is formed. So human chorionic mammotropin, it is useful for growth of the mammary gland. Yesterday I told to you that during pregnancy, during pregnancy, enlargement of mammary gland milk is secreted. Fine. So increase the growth of lactiferous tubules in the mammary gland. Fine. That's why mammary gland size increases during the pregnancy. Which are the functions of the placental hormones? So it keeps. Which are the functions of the placental hormones? It keeps corpus luteum active. Generally, you know that after implantation, after pregnancy, there is a no degradation of the corpus luteum. Generally, you know that the corpus luteum is degraded and converted into corpus albicans if fertilization does not occur then and then. Clear? So here placental hormones function are first to maintain the activation of the corpus luteum, number 2 protection to the embryo, number 3 prevent the abortion, and number 4 growth of the mammary gland. So these are the basic functions of the hormones of the placenta. Now through placenta, yes, basically we know that through placenta oxygen and nutritive substances transfer to the embryo, and the waste products and carbon dioxide came back to the maternal blood. But for this exchange, three types of processes are required here: diffusion, pinocytosis. You know that pinocytosis means cell drinking. Pinocytosis means cell drinking. Fine. And phagocytosis means cell eating, as well as the active transport. See, small molecules like oxygen, carbon dioxide and water diffuse through placenta. Yes, oxygen, carbon dioxide and water diffuses. Fine. Then large molecules like the large molecules like a lipid, polysaccharide, protein, carbohydrates, all these molecules are transferred through pinocytosis. and you have learned with this pinocytosis in lysosome. In lysosome, two words were there. Phagocytosis, that is cell eating, and pinocytosis means cell drinking. Fine. Nitrogenous and metabolic waste from the fetus are released into the blood by blood of the mother by diffusion. So nitrogenous waste products and metabolic waste. Through diffusion, right, from fetus to mother blood. During the development of the embryo, measles, chickenpox, polio, antibodies are present in the mother are transferred to the embryo. Right? So mother had taken measles, chickenpox, polio vaccination, and against that antibodies are created. Fine. So this all antibodies are transferred to the embryo through placenta. Thalidomide like a drug. The narcotic drug is that thalidomide. Prevents organogenesis. So thalidomide is a one type of narcotic drug. You know that narcotic drug, alcohol, tobacco, if any type of this harmful substances can be taken by the pregnant lady. Now these all components are transferred through the placenta to the embryo. As a result, the embryo development affected, and it prevents organogenesis. Organs are not formed. Fine. So just like a thalidomide. At the time of delivery, of child, oxytocin is act as a parturition hormone or delivery hormone. That's why at the end of the 9th month of the pregnancy or at the beginning of the 10th month, if labor pain is not created, then oxytocin injection is given there. So this oxytocin injection promotes the contraction of the uterine muscles and create the labor pain. So at the time of the delivery of the child, oxytocin acts as a parturition hormone or delivery hormone, and afterwards, means after delivery, it acts as a milk secreting hormone or milk ejection reflex. See, dear all students, remember one thing only. Generally, oxytocin in normal person, yes, we assume that oxytocin is only helpful at the time of delivery and after delivery, means during lactation, fine. But in each and every moment of life, fine, oxytocin acts as a love hormone. Okay, so oxytocin acts as a love hormone, delivery hormone, and milk ejection reflex or milk ejection hormone or secreting hormone, like that. So this many points you have to remember. Now after gastrulation, cleavage is completely checked. There is a no cleavage after gastrulation phase. Nucleolus first appears in gastrula stage. Fine. Embryo consume maximum O2 during gastrula stage. So here we say that maximum absorption occur. The part of the decidua where placenta is formed is known as decidua basalis. maximum growth occur. Maximum growth in human embryo occurs in 4th month of pregnancy, and the minimum growth occurs in last months. See, in rabbit, perianal glands are there. In rabbit, perianal glands are present. It secretes pheromones or ectohormones. So due to these hormones, male and female rabbit can attract towards each other for copulation purpose. But remember that perianal gland is absent in human. Okay. Then next is ectopic pregnancy. If pregnancy occurs outside of the uterus, if pregnancy occurs outside of the uterus, that is known as ectopic pregnancy. Generally, in ectopic pregnancy, the pregnancy occurs in the fallopian tube. As a result, embryo is developed in the fallopian tube, and might be embryo is developed there. Immediately surgery can be done, removal of the embryo can occur. Fine. So this is known as ectopic pregnancy outside of the uterus, other than the uterus, implantation of the embryo is there. In males, epididymis, vas deferens, and seminal vesicles all are joined together and form the duct is known as Wolffian duct or mesonephric duct. Right? In male, epididymis, vas deferens, and seminal vesicles all are joined together and form the duct is known as Wolffian duct or mesonephric duct. Whereas in female, fallopian tube uterus and vagina all forms Mullerianda. Scoletus sac is homologous to labia majora. Penis is homologous to clitoris. Prostate utricle. You know that utricle is large chamber of the prostate gland. Prostate utricle is homologous to vagina and uterus. Cowper's gland is homologous to Bartholin gland. We had discussed with that. 10 to 14 years known as puberty stage in girls. (11 to 14 years), puberty stage in girls, 12 to 15 years in boys. In females, no hair on chest and abdomen. During puberty stage, low pitch sound is there in male, high pitch sound is there in female. In male, beard, mustache development is there, whereas in female, mammary gland. And you know that during the puberty stage, the first menstrual cycle is seen is known as menarche. Okay, so this type of the changes occur here, and you know that pectoral girdle is broader in male, whereas pelvic girdle is broader in female. Fine, we have discussed that. Vagina is lined by squamous epithelium, but here stratified. Vagina is lined by stratified squamous epithelium without any glands. No glands are there, but just a periphery to the vagina, Bartholin gland is there, and this Bartholin gland secretes the lubricating material. Fine. Vagina consists Lactobacillus acidophilus, named bacteria or known as Dortolins bacilli. Now this bacteria produce lactic acid, and here the lactic acid is formed from glycogen. So that's why here the pH of vagina is 4 to 5. In human being, the gestational period, means pregnancy period, is 270 to 290 days. But average we take here 280 days or 40 weeks. But here remember, from first day of last menstrual period, you know that if pregnancy is there, then it is the last menstrual cycle. Next onwards menstrual cycle cannot be seen. So first day of last menstrual cycle, from that up to 280 days, the gestation period is there. Okay, now one question is that if last menstrual date is 27th August, last menstrual date is 27th August, so what is the estimated date which is the estimated date for delivery of the child? You count that, fine. So from 27th August, now you count 280 days and find out that the date, estimated date of the delivery of the child. Maximum gestation period is seen in elephant. Six 607 to 641 days estimated. maximum gestation period. Surgical removal of the uterus. If in uterus cancer is there, any type of the tumor is there, any problem is there in the uterus but which is not corrected by the medicine, so surgically removal of the uterus known as hysterectomy, whereas surgical removal of ovary is known as oophorectomy. You know that in 4th chapter we had discussed with this that vasectomy and tubectomy are sterilization method, permanent birth control method. So tubectomy is also known as salpingectomy. You know that here in the tubectomy we cut the fallopian duct and tie up, right? So that is known as salpingectomy. Colostrum is the first milk produced after birth. Human sperm is 60 micrometer long, and out of that 60 micrometer, 55 micrometer length is of the tail. So I hope you understand this much points. Here I can stop now. Remaining thing we will discuss in the next lecture, and in the next lecture we will complete this chapter regarding to NEET. Thank you very much to all to being with me. Bye bye everyone.